Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to be creating two cards using the new Tattered flag stamp from Blue Knight Rubber Stamps. Let's get started. The new Tattered flag stamp is a red rubber stamp that has two pieces. One piece for the blue and the stars of the flag, and the other piece for the red and the white stripes. So you'll need some blue ink and some red ink to create with this new stamp. I'm using my stamping platform and some cardstock. When you receive your stamp from Blue Knight, it comes on this laminated cardstock, and that is how you store it after you're done using it. And the stars and the blue can go in any direction. And I'm using blue ink from Catherine Pooler. Again, you can use any blue ink. This one is called Suede Shoes. It's a nice navy blue ink. It reminds me of the blue of the American flag. That's why I selected it. Now I'm going to use Rocking Red. And it's going to make my red stripes. And then my white cardstock shows through for the white stripes. Now, the stamp platform is notorious for not getting a good impression in the middle of the stamp. So I have to press a little bit harder. The stamp is a very high quality red rubber stamp, and it stamps just fine. I just have to add a little bit more pressure for the center because the stamp platform, which is a Tim Holtz Tonic Studio stamp platform, is notorious for just having like this dead zone in the middle of the platform. At least mine is anyways. Okay, now that I have my flag stamped, I'm going to bring in some other products. This is a different type of stamping platform. This one is actually available through Blue Knight Rubber Stamps. And just showing you that no matter which stamping platform you have, this is an easy stamp to get a great impression with. And because it has two different pieces, you're going to have really nice results. And you don't have to worry about your ink blending where it shouldn't blend. And that is how I created 4 flags using this stamp. And I'm just going to line them up here and show you. So now I'm bringing in Statue of Liberty and Skyline. This is a stamp from Blue Knight. It has 2 different stamps, the Statue of Liberty and the New York Skyline. And I'm going to rotate the flag so that it looks like it's hanging down this way. I guess this would be portrait orientation. And I'm just going to take my VersaFine ink and I'm going to stamp the Statue of Liberty multiple times until I get the saturation that I want. I do switch over to archival ink, which does the trick. So if you do try this technique, you might want to use your archival ink. Now, I'm using my Tim Holtz trimmer, the one that creates a jagged edge around it, and I'm using that to trim this down. I could have also stamped the skyline at the bottom, but I was just going for a more simplistic card layout. Now, I'm using some red glitter paper, glitter cardstock, and I'm just going to use that as my matte layer behind the image of the tattered flag and the Statue of Liberty. And that is my first card. Simple and quick. You could really create a lot of cards using this layout very quickly. I'm really happy with how this turned out. Now let's move on to card number 2. Now, for card number 2, I'm going to take one of the flags that I already stamped, and I'm going to use the waffle flower postage collage die to cut out the flag. Now this die does not cut all the way through. It just cuts the outline and the little holes as postage collage die. Any die that you have that's either postage collage or like Windows dies, you could do this technique. And if you don't have that, you don't have to use that. You could just use a regular rectangular die. All right, now I'm going to be bringing in the Eagle and Foliage stamp set. Now this has 3 eagles, large, medium, small. It has the pine trees to the left, and it has the tree line on the bottom. So there's a total of 5 stamps in this one stamp set. But for today, I'm going to be using the large eagle. But I wanted you to see what a great stamp set this is. I use this stamp set a lot because of that tree line at the bottom. It really does come in handy on a lot of cards that I create. Now, as I said, I'm going to use the large eagle. So I'm going to start by taking the dies. The dies are an add-on. They don't come with the stamps. You have to buy the dies separately. But what I'm doing is using my Platinum 6, and I'm just die cutting 2 of those eagles out. Now I'm creating a jig. So I'm sorry that I didn't have my camera centered correctly here. I'm just hoping you'll bear with me because this is only just a small part of the video. But what I'm doing is I am aligning the eagle stamp into this jig so that I can then just put the die cut inside the jig and then stamp the eagle on top. And then voila, you have a perfectly stamped eagle. I really love this technique for these dies. So I'm just going to use my Derwent Inktense pencils and just color this eagle in. I'm just following the shading of the stamped image. The shading is the darker area. And I'm just using a gray colored pencil. This is my Derwent Inktense. Actually, I think I used brown. Sorry. And then I'm just going with some watercolor. And I'm just going over the Inktense pencil that I colored. So that was very quick and easy to get a beautiful eagle. I do love this stamp set, and the dies are definitely a no-brainer to have those and go along with it. I definitely would highly suggest it. So I have some red foil cardstock. It's very nice and shiny and glossy. And I've got my postage collage cut out of my tattered flag. And I'm just going to go ahead and use some foam dots, pop up this eagle, and then adhere it to the front of this flag. I think that looks great just like that. You could add a sentiment and you'd be great, ready to go. But then I was thinking about that tree line that comes with the Eagle and Foliage stamp set. And I thought to myself, why didn't you stamp that tree line? You should have done that before you did all the other things. You know, but sometimes when you're creating and you're in the moment, you don't always think ahead so much. So I'm just pleased that I was able to add this on afterwards, because I think that tree line just really sets that scene off. Really, really nice. Here's a closer look at what it turned out to look like completed. If you're new to my channel, I'd love it if you would subscribe. Also, hit that like button and don't forget to leave a comment letting me know which card you like the best. Here are some still photos of those cards together. Oh, also, I wanted to say, please head over to the Blue Knight Rubber Stamps Facebook group, Fans of Blue Knight Rubber Stamps, because the design team has created some beautiful cards with this stamp set and others from Blue Knight, and you can get a lot of great inspiration from there. I'll have it listed below in my description box, as well as everything that I used for this video today. Thanks so much for watching. Have a hopeful day. Bye-bye.